Hi, my name is Peter Herku and I'm expert in Lean Six Sigma process improvement. Um, Today I would like to talk about how to use process improvement in finance. So are you working in finance? You may be a finance manager, CFO, head of administration. And then one of the first projects I always do with uh, people from finance is to reduce the reporting period. So, for example, you prepare monthly your financial statement and operational figures, and in many cases that I start at companies, they need 20, 22, 21 working days to close the month and to prepare the financial reports and operational reports about previous months. Um, so why would you reduce the time? Because it's waste of time to spend 3 weeks, working weeks, actually on the past. Management and leaders need quick information about how to change the process, how to improve the results. And if you spend almost a month collecting data, entering into spreadsheets, making graphs, doing some analysis on the deviation from the budget, the time has passed already. The situation is already changed, so you are basically working on historical figures that may not be relevant anymore. They lose their value as the time passes. So you need quick figures. You don't want to wait too long on the data. So you would like to have some speed, and you would like to reduce the time it takes to prepare your monthly reporting. So management is able to react quickly on the situation and maybe avoid problems because they are quick. They have quickly insight into the financial figures, into the profit and loss account, balance sheet, cash flow statement, but other operational reports like headcount, like leads, like conversion rates, like sales, like claims, like shipment figures, on-time delivery reports, whatever. So how can you improve and reduce the time to finish your financial reports, to finish your monthly reporting? First is that you need to measure it. So look into the last 6 months, and maybe if you finish a report, you send it by email. Okay, look at the date when you sent your report to the management and calculate the number of days, number of working days back to the first working day. So how many working days do you really need every month to finish the report and send it by email? So you can easily find those dates and put it in a graph. So you have a line, probably some variation. On the x-axis you have the months, so reporting months 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 months. And on the vertical axis you have the number of working days that you needed to finish the report. So then you can calculate your average and you see some variation, which should be very normal, that you see among the figures. So first you measure. Second step is that you need a team. Team consists of people who participate in preparing your monthly report. So maybe from admin department, people from other departments because they contribute to the report, like from HR or from marketing and sales or from operations, because they send you their figures so that you have a complete monthly report. So they should be invited into your team. And then you discuss, okay, what can we do? That's the third step. You analyze together. What can you do to reduce the lead time? If it's on average, let's say 20 days, 20 working days, how could you cut it by half? You know, people will first be very surprised, and maybe you have some discussion about, is it possible? It's all about to make a real change in your process of preparing your monthly report. So it should be a challenge. So that's why I say at least by half. And if it's not by half, but maybe 40%, that's very nice first big step. A nice result already. So step 3 is that you discuss and brainstorm with your team, why are we spending 20 working days to finish the report instead of spending maximum 10 working days. What I use there is a fishbone diagram or a Ishikawa diagram, where with your team you look from different point of view the possible reasons that you need 20 days instead of 10. You look at from a man point of view, so why people have attitude problems maybe, or you can look at from the knowledge point of view, from the method, so let's say the process point of view. There are many reasons. If you look at in this book, Profitable Empowerment, I have also a section on how to use Ishikawa diagram or fishbone diagram to collect all the possible causes of a problem. So in this situation, why do we need 20 days instead of 10? When you finish your brainstorming, you together will discuss the causes, and you will select only those causes that are having a big probability that they will reduce the lead time. They are not difficult and not expensive to change, to have a countermeasure on those causes, and it's in your power to have the changes. So these are the criteria that you use to select your most important causes of the problem. This is a very important part of your project. Based on those handful of main causes, because there are not more than that, you will agree in the next meeting with your team, okay, what are we going to do about those causes? One example, your team arrived to the conclusion that one of the main causes might be that you have no clear planning of the monthly reporting. So people don't know when they have to send the data, when you need them, when you will going to do the analysis, and when you want to finish it. So there are not really hard dates. They don't know the planning. They don't know what's expected of them. If this is a main cause, you discuss with your team, what are we going to do about this? For example, the countermeasure will be, you set up together a clear planning. What's going to happen on day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on, and who is responsible for each activity. So for example, headcount should be sent on day 2. Marketing and sales should send their number of leads and conversion rates on day 4, for example, whatever. So it should be a very clear planning. And this is what you are going to set up in your improve phase where you identify and carry out the countermeasures based on your analysis. In the meanwhile, you still collecting data as the months passes by to see if you achieve a drop in the lead time of month reporting. So maybe you don't need many months to pass by, maybe 1 or 2, because you already get the confidence that the new way of working, the new process, like using planning, like delegating tasks to people and holding them accountable for delivering the data and analysis according to the plan, will help you for based on the data to reduce the lead time. So then you can finalize it with a short summary of, we call it in Lean Six Sigma, the control plan. So what were you working about? So what was the output in this situation? The lead time, what is your target on that? Max 10 working days. How will you measure it? And what have you done to achieve improvement, like planning, like holding people accountable? Maybe you also set up a reflection meeting every second month to come together as a team to see how is it going and what could be further improved. So you put it on paper just to have a summary and to fall back on such plan, not to in case you see an increase maybe in the lead times. So you can fall back and you can also audit that the new process is still in working. So to summarize it, you have a project in finance like how to reduce the monthly reporting period. You measure it, you have a team, you come together, you brainstorm on the causes. Why do you need 20 days instead of 10? You come up with a priority list of causes that might be most important ones. You agree on countermeasures, what to do on that. You carry out those activities, improvement actions as you call it, and you measure to prove that those countermeasures work and to see the drop in the lead time. And you finalize it with a short summary in writing what you have done, not to forget about it in the future. Okay, so if you want to, if you work in finance and you would like to reduce the lead time of reporting or other issues, please visit herku.com, herku.com, and let's start with your first project with Lean Six Sigma in finance. Thank you very much for your attention and see you next time.